Good afternoon. It is April 10th, 2024, and today we had really just a range day after this news item created this big sell-off. And you can see that if you draw a measured move, if you draw a measured move from the range here, from this low and where we sold off here, that creates a measured move to the high side, and that's just market geometry happening all the time. Here's the daily chart right now, about 30 minutes until market closes, so it could end up a bearish doji. We'll just have to wait and see, but clearly we're going sideways right now, and the market is trying to decide where to go. This spike in channel that started in November is definitely broken. So who knows what's next? So when this sell-off occurs, here, let me see this. This is the range you were looking at. You hit the measured move, it breaks out, closes on the measured move, but keeps going. So when this happens, it calms down a little bit and you get a second entry short. I say you enter that one. It's pretty close to the EMA. There hasn't been a whole lot of convincing an argument. Excuse me, there hasn't really been a convincing argument for the bulls yet. Just this one big bull bar. And if you don't take this one, I would say take this lower high. Even though it looks like it's a doji around this area of these two dojis, with the bias, I think you got to take it. And then we go a little sideways, new low. We get a second entry right here, I'm realizing, but with this sideways stuff, and I mean, maybe you see this measured move that we're hitting right now, and this bull leg actually looks like the first bull leg in a while. Maybe expect the second leg up. That's what happens. We go sideways a little bit, and then we sell off a little more. And I would argue for this one, technically, yeah, it's not a failed second entry long, but it confirms this trend channel. Lower high. And this, you could look at this as like a new high. We got these two dojis here. This one breaks higher than that one, I think. It might be matching high. Oh, it actually doesn't get a matching high. This kind of looks like a double top, and then first entry failed second entry. So I like this entry. Then we form this spike and channel up. Pretty weak bull channel. Not a whole lot in here that I like. If anything, I would probably like this short, but it's an inside bar. I marked this as like a two-legged pullback right here. Two-legged pullback to go long above. And this to me looks also like a two-legged pullback. Leg one, and then leg two is like two legs in one leg. So I think he would have barely scalped out there. Would have had a heart attack first. And I guess, looking at it now, this swing not making the high right there, that would make me a little worried, even though that happened right here. Or at least it's enough to be worried about. Ends up working. Actually, you would have gotten stopped out with just the scalp. But boom, two legs down. Failed second entry short, but I don't know. I wasn't too convinced of the bull trend at this point. And let's see if there's a trend line that I missed. If we look at that as an overshoot. Yeah, this looks like it could, yeah. This is probably some sort of trend line here, but I don't think a lot of people would have been using that. First entry, second entry. So I don't think I would take the second entry long, even though it kind of looks like a bear trap, like too good to be true, like too strong of a bear move. I feel like I gotta mark that green. And it's bouncing right off the opening price. Maybe you take that one. This is a quick double test, but off the opening price, but we don't get a good signal bar. Here you get this like kind of ugly two-legged pullback right here, and then we make this higher low. Maybe you take that because we're clearly in an uptrend at this point. And that forms this range. We break out to the high side, it fails, comes back in, and it couldn't break lower. And so we bounce up higher low, break out of the measured move, boom, first entry, second entry. I think you should take that. And that results in a buy climax, and we start to sell off. And this is kind of like this kind of looks like that bear trap that I was talking about. But look, this is why it's aggressive, because here it kind of looks like a bear trap, and it wasn't. And if you are actively charting, then hopefully you would have seen this is about a 50% correction. So you got to be careful going long. And that's why we sold off so strongly. Two-legged pullback right here, sells off, lower high, and then you get this. I would argue for this one, it doesn't break lower here, but you get this matching high, matching low, two perfect dojis, and then this couldn't break higher and it goes lower and it's off the trend line. Maybe you take that. And now you can see the trend slowing down, finding some more resistance. You get a second entry short, but it's a little late, and there's some big bull bars. Boom, we sell off. You get this 9-bar bear micro channel. And what I did, I think, was at this point, I was expecting a stronger move down, and I was thinking, hey, maybe we're going to this side of the range, and that's why I marked this, is because I went short. And I don't know, I think I exited with like 5 points, but I was just like, you know what, this is a 9-bar bear micro channel, we're getting some dojis, so I'm just going to take the first tick that goes higher. And I think that was a good strategy, reasonable strategy. So now we're hovering at this measured move, so maybe you go long on this double bottom. Come to the highs of that range, and strong bear bar, first entry failed, second entry long. Maybe you consider that one, and again, have your target be the bottom of the range, which it doesn't hit. And I don't know where I jumped in here. I did jump in, and I actually had like a perfect exit somewhere in here, just because I didn't like how sideways it was going, and then it rockets up, and you do get a failed second entry short. I don't think I would have the guts to take that. But those are two strong bear bars or bull bars, and maybe you take this high or low. Worth considering. We come up here, we get a break, we get a move to a new high. This is like a double test after. You can see it's clearly going sideways. It's second entry short. Maybe you consider this, because it's right at that measured move. That's an advanced trade, though, for sure. And then we get a failed second entry long. And I like this one. I could see it being tough to pull the trigger on in real time because of the sideways stuff, but I like it. And so we get spike in channel, which I'm seeing right now. Could be a little steeper than that. Probably is. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, I like that. And let's see. I mean, you could argue for jumping in here because it looks like a range, but these are tough. These are tough to call, and the bias is down. But maybe you take that one. And I like this one. It's a second entry long near the bottom of the range. I think that's why it worked out so well, is because, and look at all these bull bars, man. Good bull bars. So yeah, that's probably why people like that. Might have been another news item in here at 11 though. I think there was. Boom. Sideways stuff. Come down here. I don't like any of this. Ooh, second entry short right here. I mean, I think you got to be careful here. This looks like a trap. I mean, it ends up, it is a trap. But look, you're going right into these lows. I think you got to be real careful there. And then we reverse. And I think I'm going to have to mark this one green. You're going right into that opening price, this level of resistance. And you can see that's probably why some people took profits there. Then it just rockets up. And not a good signal bar here, or else you could go short probably. And now we're just going sideways. So I hope everyone had a great day. I'll be back tomorrow.